Capricorn, hi, welcome to channel 143. I'm Antonia. This is a brand new channel of mine, so let me give you a little bit of background before I jump into your reading. I am a shaman and Reiki master teacher of close to 17 years. I've been doing this work professionally since I was a teenager. I am also a professional musician. Typically, I tend to attract very highly creative people in the music and entertainment industry. I have pretty exclusively worked with clientele in the entertainment industry over the last decade. But I've been guided to do this work in a different kind of fashion now, which is why I'm here. On this channel, I will be doing oracle readings, psychic oracle readings, for each astrological sign. And in each reading, I'll be doing two different spreads. The first reading will be a general energies reading, okay? This will cover everything from love, career, finances, health, anything that needs to come up well. And then the second spread will be a love-specific spread. I will be putting... I'm going to start putting timestamps below as to when each of the two spreads begin. So if you're looking for more of a love-specific spread, you can jump right to that. However, I do recommend watching both of them because they do typically tie in together really well. To get the most out of these general readings, because keep in mind these are general collective readings for lots of people, I recommend that you watch your sun sign and your moon sign to make the most of this channel. However, if you're looking for something more personal, I do personal one-on-one oracle readings via distance or here in New York City. I also offer, and this is, my bread and butter, is deep soul shamanic healing. It's something I've been doing for a very, very long time. And for those of you needing really extensive deep healing, I'm here to hold space for that for you. Also can be done in New York City with me or via distance. It works exactly the same. Okay, so with that said, let's jump into your reading. For this reading, for the general and for the love, will be for the dates of October 15th to November 1st. From here on out, I will probably just be doing top of the month readings, but I did want to get these videos out and start connecting with those of you on my channel. Thank you so much for connecting to me here already. I'm so happy to be meeting and speaking to some really great people that I otherwise probably wouldn't have connected to without this platform. So okay, let's jump in. General energies for Capricorns. October 15th to November 1st. You've been working hard, Capricorn. That's obviously not surprising, but you've been doing a phenomenal job. The only thing is you may be working a little too hard. And those around you may be feeling a little neglected. Set that for another sign. Can't remember what other sign this was, though. Was this Leo? Maybe Leo. You may have some Leo in your chart. Ooh. This is sitting at the core of your reading. Perfect timing. This project, whatever it is that you've been working on, very successful. Now's the time to do it, to complete it, to release it, whatever stage you're at. Make sure you get this out. Perfect time to do it. If you haven't started it, it's time to start it, this idea, this business. I think for you guys, it's probably a creative project. I'm getting music with this. For something pretty creative. Cleanse and detox. Cleanse your space, cleanse your body, cleanse your mind, okay? Drink lots of water, sage, sea salt baths. Maybe consider an herbal cleanse if that's something that's safe for you to do. It works really well for me. It'll help keep you a little bit more grounded, although I don't think that you need to cleanse and detox so much for grounding, per se. I just think that you may be working so hard, and sometimes when we're working hard and we're in our little creative caves, we don't make the healthiest decisions in terms of food. We're not drinking enough water. Maybe we have a little too much caffeine or something. That's what I'm getting for you guys. Let me grab this card. Okay. Spirit's talking to you. Spirit is talking to you. You need to cleanse and detox so that you can hear these messages. But this is going to pertain to your project, okay? It's divine guidance, telling you what to create or how to get it out there. But you guys are doing a great job. You are overworking though. Ooh. You've done a ton of work and you've done a great job, and Spirit recognizes this. This is being clarified by shower of abundance. Good job, Capricorn. I'm not surprised at all to see that you are so successful in everything you're doing. Hardworking Caps, that I know that you all are. Wow, you have really good energy coming in. I'm going to pull a few more clarifiers. Yeah, the Ocean card. You just need to cleanse. You need to cleanse, and you've been working very hard. It may be time to take that vacation. Take a little time off. Your heart hurts. Somebody else's heart hurts because of how much you've been working. They're supportive, but it's time to nurture this. You know how I said in the middle of the reading, I was picking up it was music? Well, this is being clarified by creative project. Whatever creative projects you're working on right now, the outcome will be abundantly successful. Shower of abundance. So make sure that you trust that it's the right timing. Trust that your work is great. Trust that people want to hear your voice, your words, your creation, your melodies, whatever it is that you're creating. It's time for the world to hear this, and it's time for you to do it and get it out. Very, very, very important for you guys. Timing is everything, and now is the time. But I think you know this. I don't know too many Capricorns that hesitate, right? You guys, you go for it. You get it done, and you're getting it done, okay? This is an affirmation that you are getting it done, and you are divinely supported. Yeah, it's time to go. Cleanse and detox is being clarified by the time to go card. I think this more so, it's not so much leaving a space. Sometimes this has to do with moving or leaving a job. You may wind up leaving a job because your creative project is so successful. You may have to leave something in order to put out the creative project that will eventually be successful. That's part of it. But time to go, I'm just getting that it's time to cleanse. It's time for the toxins to go. Does that make sense? Because that's the primary message I'm getting from you. Or getting for you. Blessing in disguise. If you have any challenges that have come up, anything that has halted success in any capacity, it was a blessing in disguise. If there was something with your health, whatever this was, it was meant to slow you down a little bit. There's a lesson to be learned. If you're coming across somebody who's causing a little bit of conflict, there's a lesson to be learned in that. Listen, Spirit is telling you what it is. The sooner you hear the messages, the sooner you quiet your mind and hear the messages, meditate, however, journal, whatever you need to do to allow Spirit to get these messages through to you, the quicker you will get past these hurdles, and we'll jump into the abundance and the divine flow of this creative project, okay? Make sure you quiet your mind. It's really essential. I think a lot of you guys are overthinking right now. Okay? You're going to create some blocks for yourself if you do that. Yeah, release and surrender. Don't control anything. You're at a point where you can only do what you can do. You can't control other people's reactions. If you presented a creative project to somebody and they didn't like it, it's because they weren't supposed to be on your team. The universe is just weeding out people right now that you're not supposed to work with, and that's okay. Trust that your work is phenomenal. There's success that is awaiting for you. You're just coming into alignment with the right people, okay? Release and surrender. You know that quote, let go and let God? This is particularly prominent for you guys for the next couple of weeks. Let go and let God. Let go and let the universe do what the universe is going to do. Do your work, do everything you can. But if you start to try to control other people, it's going to backfire. If you start having bad reactions to people who aren't giving you the reactions that you would prefer to receive, it's going to backfire. So at the core of this, you're just going to have faith that it's perfect timing. Everything is aligning the way that it needs to. But you can't control this one, Capricorn. I'm sorry. There's a blessing in this. There's a huge blessing in this. And the blessing is that you have an intense amount of abundance coming through. Accept that this is your life path. Also accept that you can't control things, okay? Accept the situation for what it is it's showing up. If there are issues, you'll get through them. If there are any issues, you're about to bypass them, okay? Such good energy here. But you do have to cleanse. You may have to do some work physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is, to cleanse your vessel, to cleanse your mind, to cleanse your body, to cleanse your space, okay? Make sure you're cleansing the space that you work in. Family. Okay. What I was getting when we first started this reading, you've been working incredibly hard, and you're doing it for your family. Good job, Capricorn. You're like the best providers ever. You always take care of your family, and you're doing a phenomenal job. They miss you. Your children miss you. Your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner. They miss you. Your family misses you. Have you called your mom lately, your dad lately? Someone's missing you. But your family, your core family. Okay? Call them, spend some time with them. Take a day off because it's going to refuel you in your creativity. That day off or that weekend away or something, it's not going to halt your creative process. It'll actually be very good for it. You'll create better. You'll be in more of a divine flow. You'll have a little bit of a detachment from trying to control the outcomes of the situation, which will greatly, greatly, greatly benefit the success of your project. Who's going to help you detach is your family. They love you. They support you. There's going to be really good energy, okay? But make sure you're not neglecting your family while you work so hard. The bottom of the deck is let your past go. For some of you, you do need to step out of a work situation. I'm not getting this as much. If you're in a healthy, happy, stable relationship, this doesn't apply to you. If you're holding on to any resentment from the past, any old relationships, whether they be personal or work, cut the cords, let it go. Eye on the prize, be in present moment, be excited about, your future, what's coming up, because this is what's coming up for you. There's nothing in the past that's benefiting you anymore, except for maybe some lessons learned. That's about as deep as that's going to go, okay? So learn your lessons, but then move on. This is a tremendously good card for you guys. Accept that it's coming in. Embrace this. You guys have a really great couple of weeks ahead. But this creative project, it is going to be good for you and your family and your life. Just trust that it may not all come full circle overnight, okay? Don't give up on something because you hit a little bit of a roadblock. That's just inevitable, especially if you work in a creative field. So let's jump into your love reading, okay? I've never noticed the sirens around where I live until I started doing these videos. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I live in New York. If you live in New York, you're like not even acknowledging that. And if you live in some cute, quiet part of the world, this probably sounds kind of obnoxious to you. But it's okay. October 15th to November 1st. Capricorn. For those of you that are single, there's still somebody that you need to let go of. The energy of it needs to be cleared. I do see a lot of passion, physical passion, but also passionate conversations coming in for you. Yeah, and then followed by this could be the one. Sag had this at the middle of their reading. So you may have Sag in your chart. You may be dating somebody who is a Sagittarius, or meeting somebody who is. See this passion, and I'm actually getting passionate conversations. Capricorns and Gemini have crazy intellectual chemistry. That's more along the lines of like the passion that I'm getting. It will evolve into physical passion too. There'll be that in this new relationship that you're attracting. Flirt. I'm getting Gemini for you guys. Hardcore right now. Hardcore Capricorn. They may not be Gemini sun, but they'll have maybe Gemini moon, Gemini rising. Venus in Gemini maybe, but yeah, it's a past life relationship. But there's this intellectual connection that you have that you're not used to. Maybe you're not used to having that kind of depth, that kind of communication with somebody. Really getting Geminis for you guys. But it's gonna start out as some sort of deep, intriguing conversation. There'll be some flirting. Probably a little playful. If you are in a committed relationship, it looks like for some of you, you're fine, okay? It's not time to get out of that relationship. But for some of you, I'm seeing a lack of passion, a lack of physical passion, a lack of those deep conversations. I'm seeing a little bit of lack, but this is more pertaining to those of you who are in long-term relationships. You have to make some time to go away with your partner. There's a disconnect. This is repairable, but you have to do it now. Go on some sort of retreat. Spend a little time away together. Ignite that flame again. Conversations, deep intellectual. That's going to be really good for you guys to get the physical going again. But I am seeing to work in your relationship, but it can be resolved, and it's worth resolving, okay? There's a past life relationship for some of you, too, coming up during the Venus retrograde, which we're in right now. That's karmic. You're just meant to learn something, to forgive something, and move on. You're not meant to get back together with that person. If you're having a hard time letting somebody go, call on your friends to help you. You guys, I think you're connected to Sagittarius in the love department here. Maybe you're friends, and you're the friends that are helping each other through some separations. You might be helping Sag. I just did their reading, and that was coming up hardcore for them, but it's coming up for you too. Don't get caught up so much in like the soulmate past life connection with somebody if it's not good. If it doesn't feel good the majority of the time. I mean, I know everybody has ups and downs in relationships, but it's got to be good more than it's not, okay? Some of you have some real karmic stuff, but we all do. We all have karmic stuff showing up during the Venus retrograde. Don't get too caught up in it. Don't get too distracted, okay? You have to focus on reconnecting with your family and your creative projects. Reconnecting to your partners if there's been a disconnect. The lack of passion could just be lack of time you've spent together, okay? Now that you're prioritizing and you've got your work done, or you still have some work to do, but go on that vacation with your loved one. Yeah, healing family issues. A little bit of a disconnect, especially for those of you who are coupled, and there's karmic stuff coming up. If you're single, I see you flirting and having really great conversations with people. Please use some caution during this retrograde, though, okay? New people who come in during the retrograde aren't really meant to stay, but they will help you heal and resolve something, okay? So don't get too attached. Unrequited love. Unrequited love. This is talking about a lack of passion, too. For some of you, the karmic issue is this. You keep attracting people to you that you don't have enough chemistry with. Resolve this, because the person you do have incredible chemistry with is right around the corner. This may be coming up again for you during the Venus retrograde. You may be connected in some capacity. You may love this person, but the chemistry is just off. Maybe you're more friends than you are lovers. Maybe you have physical chemistry, but there's nothing else there. It doesn't have the depth that will keep you, committed and grounded long term in this relationship. I believe that this is the karmic issue that's coming up. It's time to heal that. Venus retrograde will help you heal that. If you notice that karmic pattern showing up in somebody new, don't ignore it. That's not another relationship to get in. If you do meet somebody new, give it a little time to see if this is recurring. But your friends, you're better off calling your friends and working through these issues than getting back in, to situations with exes. Pay attention to the red flags. Be careful about who, you will have somebody good coming into your life if you're single, but there are red flags. Don't get back with exes. That's really what I'm getting. Forgive and learn. They were a past life relationship. I get it. Yeah. For those of you who are in the committed relationships, I'm getting another card that's telling you that you need to spend some time away together. Some of you might be going on an actual honeymoon, but I don't think that this is what this means for the majority of you who are coupled. I think that your trip and your time away will reignite that flame, and you guys will be great. You guys will have an amazing time, that passion and abundance. And just make sure that when you come back from your honeymoon, you don't slip into those old patterns of working too much, Capricorn. I know you love to provide for your family, but they want your love and attention and affection too. Okay? Make sure you have a healthier balance. This is going to help you guys regroup. Invest into this relationship that you're in. It's a good one for you. Don't let this go because, you're so distracted with work. You have great stuff coming up. This person wants to celebrate it with you. Let them. Okay, reconnect. For those of you who are coupled, make the time to reconnect over the next couple weeks. You'll do so and you'll find more passion when you have those deep conversations at the core. Make sure it's not just the physical. You're not just trying to reconnect physically. You're reconnecting across the board, okay? For my singles, flirt. But be very cautious because some of these people that you'll be attracting to you, it's just old karmas. The same thing showing up in the form of a new face, but it's the same thing all over again. You don't need to keep rehashing old stuff, okay? Work through it with your friends. Heal whatever that is. Get some energy worked on. Whatever it is you need to do. But the quicker you move past that, the quicker this is going to show up for you. This is here for you. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done around it, especially for those of you that are single right now. For those of you getting out of relationships right now. You have work before you get here. But it's here. Okay? It'll come in. Bottom of the deck, deception. Yeah. I mean, there's karmic stuff coming in here. This karmic stuff coming in here. Be very careful the next couple weeks until you're out of Venus retrograde. Someone's not giving you the whole story, especially if it's someone coming back. What are their intentions? Why? Why now? Okay? I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it. New people coming in that you've never had any sort of history with. Be open, but only to a point. Have boundaries. Don't let anything get too quick or too passionate. Keep it more intellectual than physical right now. Wait until after the Venus retrograde because there's this deception. Someone's not showing you all of who they are. And you may find as soon as the retrograde ends, you don't like what you see anymore. So don't jump into commitments, just be slow. Let it move slowly, okay? I think that this is going to come in after the retrograde. I don't think that you're going to see this over the next 2 weeks, but I think all this other work and all this other energy that needs to be cleared, you can do that over the next 2 weeks, which then gets you to this point, okay? But stay positive. For those of you in relationships and you are having a little bit of an issue, I see really, really great results for you here. You guys really reconnect, almost like it's like a new chapter in your love. It's really possible. Capricorn, please believe that. Invest the time. Universe is supporting this love and is supporting the rekindling of whatever's, needs to be rekindled in this relationship. But make time for them. Someone is trying to be supportive to you and may feel like they're being an unsupportive partner if they say, hey, I miss you. Can you be home tonight? Can you not go to that thing? Can you spend time? They might not ask you that because it feels selfish because they genuinely support your creative process and your projects, and that's a beautiful thing. Don't take advantage of that, okay? But otherwise, I see singles like a really positive outcome for you. Just clear some of this stuff and heal first, okay? Be careful with this retrograde. You have some pretty hardcore warnings there over the next 2 weeks. Be careful of the people coming back. Keep your eyes open with the new ones coming in. But you do the work you need to do right now. You have something really positive to look forward to in the very near future. And again, for those of you who are coupled, you can fix this. And you might not feel like there's anything that really needs to be fixed. It's just as simple as you've just been working. The chemistry and everything's super intact. Everything's great. You just haven't physically spent enough time. So just physically spend some time, okay? Go on vacation, retreat, lock yourselves inside for a weekend or something. Get a babysitter for the kids. Whatever you need to do, work on it. You'd be super happy that you did. Okay, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I will be back for your monthly readings starting November 1st. I'm super excited to connect to you. Please consider subscribing. I don't know if it'll be above or below. I think it's below. Subscribe below. Below in the description, I will have my contact information if you'd like to set up a time for an individual reading or some extensive healing work via distance or in person. I will have my website up and running soon too, but I'm not going to put that information below yet because it's not quite finished. But I will see you guys so soon. Thank you so much for connecting. I'm so grateful for your support, and I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Bye. Ciao.